My dear students, here in the part 2 of chapter 1, the management information system and marketing research. In part 1, we discuss the assessing marketing information needs and developing marketing information, and we explain the types of marketing research, then the analyzing marketing information and distributing and using marketing information and other marketing information consideration will explain today in this part in chapter 1. In the last part, we discussed the assessing marketing information, and the marketing information system consists of marketing managers and other information users, and the marketing information system and the marketing environment. Then we discussed the developing marketing information stage, that the marketers can obtain information from internal data or marketing intelligence or the marketing research. Then we discussed the marketing research steps. The steps in the marketing research process. Number 1, defining the problem and research objectives. And the second step, developing the research plan for collecting information. The third step is implementing the research plan, collecting and analyzing the data, then interpreting and reporting the findings in the final step. And we defined the problem and research objectives and explained the types of objectives like the exploratory research and descriptive research and the casual research. In developing the research plan, we have two types of data, the secondary data and the primary data. The secondary data consists of information that already exists somewhere, having been collected for another purpose, but the primary data consists of information gathered for the special research plan, and we discussed the sources for the secondary data, and now we'll discuss the source. So, in the planning primary data collection, good decisions require good data, just as researchers must carefully evaluate the quality of secondary information they obtain. They must also take great care in collecting primary data to ensure that they provide marketing decision makers with relevant, accurate, current, and unplaced information. This could be qualitative research that measures a small sample of customers' views of or quantitative research that provides statistics from a large sample of consumers. This shows that designing a plan for primary data collection calls for a number of decisions on research approaches, contact methods, sampling plan, and research instrument. So the research approaches for collecting the primary data concluded. Number 1, the observational research involves gathering primary data by observing relevant people, actions, and situations. The second type of research is the ethnographic research. Involves sending trained observers to watch and interact with consumers in their natural environment. The third type of the research, the survey research, is the most widely used method and is best for descriptive information, knowledge, attitudes, preferences, and buying behavior. The survey research are flexible. People can be unable or unwilling to answer, gives misleading or pleasing answers, and the privacy concerns in this type of researches. The fourth type of researches for collecting the primary data is the experimental research, and it's the best for gathering the causal information because it tries to explain cause and effect relationships. In the marketing research, there are many types of contact methods or the sample of consumers may be by the phone or email or the online or the personal contact methods. The mail questionnaire can collect large amounts of information and at low cost and less space with no interviewer presence, and the lack of flexibility for these mail questionnaires, low response rate, and lack of control of the sample. But the telephone interviewing as a one type of the contact methods can collect information quickly, more flexible than mail questionnaires. Interviewers can explain difficult questions and higher response rates than the mail questionnaires. Interviewers communicate directly with the respondents, higher cost than mail questionnaires, and the potential interviewers pays. So, the many types of the contact methods like mail, telephone, and the personal interviewing. The personal interviewing may be individual interviewing or by the group interviewing or the group focus interviewing. In the contact methods, the personal interviewing, the first type of the personal interviewing is the individual interviewing that involves taking with people at home or the office, on the street or in shopping malls. It's flexible and more expensive than the telephone interviews. The second type is the group interviewing or focus group interviewing involves inviting 6 to 10 people to take with a trained moderators. One type of the contact methods in the research marketing is the online marketing research. The online marketing research included the internet surveys, online panels, online experiments, and online focus groups. The contact methods, a type of the contact methods that the online marketing research is low cost, speed to administer, fast results, good for hard to reach groups, hard to control who's in the sample, lack of interaction, and the privacy concerns. We discussed before that the marketing research planning have many points like the research methods or approaches. We say that there are the observational research and experimental research and the survey research. The second point in the marketing research planning is the contact method. The contact method may be by the phone or email or online or with the personal interviewing individual or by focus groups. The third point in the marketing research planning is the sampling plan. The sampling plan here in our slide should discuss how to be planned, the sample unit, or how many people, the sample size, or how the people choosing, or what the procedure that we choose the people by it. So the sampling plan, in the first we will define the sample. A sample is a segment of the population selected for marketing research to present the population as a whole. Who is to be served? How many people should be served? How should the people be chosen? The sampling plan decisions. The sampling plan have three types of decisions: who is to be surveyed, the sampling unit, how many people should be surveyed, the sample size, and how should the people be chosen, the sampling procedure. There are two types of sampling plan. Number one, probability samples. Each population member has a known chance of being included in the sample, but the second type, the non-probability sample, used when probability sampling costs too much or takes too much time. In the marketing research, we have two types of the research instruments: questionnaires and the mechanical devices. The first type is the questionnaire. The questionnaire is by far the most common instrument. Broadly speaking, a questionnaire consists of a set of questions presented to a respondent for his or her answers. The questionnaire is very flexible. There are many ways to ask questionnaires. Questionnaires need to be developed carefully and tested before their large-scale use. In preparing a questionnaire, the marketing researchers must decide what questions to ask, the form of these questions, the wording of the questions, and the ordering of these questions. The questionnaire leave out questions that need answering, but include questions that cannot be answered, will not be answered, or need not be answered. Each question should be checked to see that it contributes to the research objectives. So we can say that the questionnaires are most common administered in person, by telephone, or online, and flexible. It can be open-ended questions or closed-ended questions. The difference between the two types of questionnaires, the closed-ended question include all the possible answers, and subjects are to make choice among them. Provides answers that are easy to interpret and tabulate. And the open-end questions allows respondents to answer in their own words and useful in exploratory research. In the implementing the research plan, we have to collecting data, processing the information, and analyzing this information. Issues to consider in this step: what's respondents refuse to cooperate? What's respondents give based answer? What if interviewers make mistakes or takes shortcut? All these issues should consider in the step of implementing the research plan. In analyzing the marketing information, there are the exhibition of the consumer relationship management or CRM. CRM consists of sophisticated software and analytical tools that integrate customer information from all sources, analyze it in depth, and apply the results to build stronger customer relationships. That is the expression of the customer relationship management. Also, in the step of analyzing marketing information, the customer relationship management, there are the data warehouses are comprehensive company-wide electronic database of finely turned detailed customer information uses to understand the customer better, to provide higher levels of customer service, to develop deeper customer relationships, and to identify high value customers. All of this helping us for analyzing the marketing information. In analyzing marketing information, there are touch points. Every contact between the customer and the company, the customer purchases, sales, force contacts, service and support calls, website visits, satisfaction surveys, credit and payment interactions, and research studies. All of that points are touch points in the customer relationship management in the analyzing marketing information step. The next step is distributing and using the marketing information. In distributing and using the marketing information, there are the information distribution involves interpreting information into databases and marketing it available in a time usable manner in a time usable manner, and intranet provides information to employees and other stakeholders. The extranet provides information to key customers and suppliers. So, in the distributing and using marketing information, we have the intranet and the extranet for providing information for the employees and for the customers. The intranet provides for the employees and the extranet provides the information for the customers and suppliers. Other marketing consideration is the marketing research in a small business and non-profit organizations need information about their industry, competitors, potential customers, and reactions to new offers. Must track changes in customer needs and wants, reactions to new products, and changes in the competitive environment. Other marketing information consideration is the marketing research in small business and non-profit organization. The sources of marketing information can observing their environment, monitoring computer advertising, evaluating customer mix, visiting competitors, conducting informal surveys, and conducting sample experiments. Also, in the marketing research in the small business and non-profit organization, these sources of marketing information are the secondary data and trade associations, chamber of commerce, government agencies, and all these considerations in the international marketing research. Other marketing information consideration also in the public policy and ethics in the marketing research, like in intrusions on customer privacy, consumer resentment, 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 the customer privacy and the consumer resentment, misuse of research findings,